Little Miss Inventor. Little Miss Inventor was as bright as a button. In fact, she was as bright as two buttons. Her brain was full of bright ideas. Bright ideas that she turned into inventions in the shed at the bottom of her garden. Now, Little Miss Inventor lived in an extraordinary house, a house that she had built herself, a house on wheels. How clever was that? She can move house whenever she feels like it. Her house was full of extraordinary inventions like the Electro Zapper egg boiler, which cooked perfectly soft-boiled eggs in an instant, and the Brillo Bristle teeth brusher for the perfect smile, and the super speedy reader page turner. Little Miss Inventor reads a lot of books, and she likes to read them quickly. But Little Miss Inventor did not only invent things for herself, she also invented things for her friends. Things like the line marker that she made for Little Miss Dottie that painted lines of dots. Now Little Miss Dottie can leave a trail of dots wherever she goes. She made a special hat for Mr. Chatterbox, the Chatternatter hat. Now Mr. Chatterbox can talk to as many people as he wants to at the same time. And she made a backpack snack attack fridge for Mr. Greedy, for snacks on the go. Mr. Greedy never need worry about getting hungry when he leaves the house. However, last week Little Miss Inventor had a very testing time. Normally she has no problem thinking up ideas, but last week she was given a challenge that left her with no idea what to invent. She had to make a birthday present for Mr. Rude, and she did not have a clue. So, Little Miss Inventor decided to visit Mr. Rude in the hope that this might give her inspiration. But oh dear, spending time with Mr. Rude was not much fun. You see, Mr. Rude's idea of fun was not, well, it was not fun. It was not fun at all. Mr. Rude was rude to everybody. He called Mr. Nosy Big Nose. He called Mr. Clever Clever Clogs. He called Little Miss Tiny Titch. And he called the waiter in the cafe Lazy. Poor Little Miss Inventor. What could she invent? What could she invent for such a horribly rude man? And then, in the middle of the night, she woke with an idea, one of her brightest ideas ever. Little Miss Inventor set to work the very next morning, and she invented a machine that made noises. But not just any old noises. It made rude noises. Think of all the rude noises that you have heard, and those are the noises that Little Miss Inventor's machine made. And there were some noises that you have never heard, like Mr. Impossible's hiccuping, burping all in one raspberry. The machine was hilarious, and Mr. Rude thought it was brilliant. It was the best birthday present he had ever been given. But the best thing about Little Miss Inventor's rude machine was that Mr. Rude no longer upset everybody. Now when he meets people, he makes rude noises, and that just makes everybody laugh.